Hello students, welcome to Spectra Educational Academy. In this video, I am going to explain numericals. They may be given in VSAQ or SAQ and LAQ in the different chapters. First, let us begin with the motion in straight line. Let me read the question first. A car travels the first third of a distance with the speed 10 km per hour, the second third at a speed of 20 km per hour, and the last third at 60 km per hour. What is its mean speed over the entire distance? Now you try to understand the question with the help of the diagram. Say this is the total distance. It is divided equally into three parts as per the question. So S1 is equal to S by 3. S2 is equal to S by 3. Even S3 equal to S by 3. So this S1 is moved with the speed of 10 kmph. S2 is moved with the speed of 20 kmph. And S3 is moved with the speed 60 kmph. Now, let us first write what is V average formula. It is the total distance. Total distance is divided three parts, S1 plus S2 plus S3 divided by total time T2, T3. Because S1 is moved in time interval T1, S2 is moved in time interval T2, S3 is moved in time interval T3. Now, but in the question, they did not highlight the time. So let us once again write this equation as S1 plus S2 plus S3. You can write T1 as S1 by V1, T2 as S2 by V2, T3 as S3 by V3. So what is the reason to write like this is, remember speed V1 is equal to, V1 is the speed with which body covering a distance S1 for time taken T1. So you can take T1 as numerator S1 by V1. Similarly, you will get T2 equal to S2 by V2, T3 equal to S3 by V3. So this is the reason. Now, you took S1 equal to S by 3, S2 also S by 3, S3 also S by 3, whole divided by. Yeah, so once again, you have written that S1 by V1, S by 3V1, because S1 is S by 3. S2 is also S by 3 multiplied with V2. S3 also S by 3 multiplied with 3. Now, so you can write this step as S plus S, because LCM is 3, you will get a 3S here. Now let me write it, let me take out common S and let me also write LCM, common LCM 3V1, V2, V3. You take out common S1. Suppose 3V1 is here. So V2, V3 will be multiplied with 1, V2, V3 plus. Here 3V2 you have. So take out 3V2, V1, V2 you will get here, V1, V3. Take out 3V3, you will get V1, V2 here. So after that, you need to cancel. You need to cancel this 3 and 3. This S and S also get cancelled. Now you need to write the equation as V average is equal to 3V1, V2, V3 by. So you can write V2, V3, V1, V3 plus V1, V2. Now you substitute the values. 3 into how much is V1? 10 kmph. Into how much is V2? 20 kmph. How much is V3? 60 kmph divided by V2 20, V3 60 plus V1 at 10, V3 60 plus V1 at 10, V2 20. Now let me write, this is 3, 6 2s are 12, 12 1s are 12, 12 3s are 36. 3 6, how many zeros? 1 2 3, 3 zeros. Divided by, this is 1200. 1200 plus 600 plus 200. So it will be at the denominator, you will get 2000. So 36000 divided by 2000. So you'll have to get like this. So therefore, this is 18 kmph. 18 kmph. Now you can also convert into meter per second. It is not compulsory. 1 kmph is equal to 5 by 18 meter per second. So answer is 5 meter per second. Now let us move to the second question. Yeah. Let me read the question first. O is the point on the ground chosen as origin. A body first suffers displacement of 10 root 2 meters northeast, next 10 meters north, and finally 10 root 2 meters northwest. How far is it from the origin? So vector notation we have to use. Let us try to understand the given question with the help of diagram. Like this you take. So this is just like a room. Just you join like this. It will be like a room. Yeah. Now, body first suffers a displacement of 10 root 2. Say this is y-axis. This is y-axis. This is x-axis. This is z-axis. Now body first suffers. So you also treat it as north. This is east. Okay. So body first suffers 10 root 2 northeast. So let us say this is 10 root 2 northeast. Now this is a fresh origin. Thereafter, it is going 10 meters north. So parallel to y-axis. North means. Next, again, this is again origin. So this is 10 meters. Then last 10 root to northwest. Northwest means with respect to this. So if you say this is east, this will be west direction. Yeah, proceed. Now this is again 10 root 2. Yeah. Now let us use vector notation here. So since it is northeast, so it will have components along positive x-axis and positive y-axis. So displacement is first with the 10 root 2. 10 root 2. Since it is having components along positive x-axis and also because it is falling in the plane positive x and positive y. So therefore 10 root 2 j. Now next part is again, so this is going in the north direction means it is having only component along y direction. This is j. Yeah. And last part, it is just like going northwest means it is falling in the negative x and positive y plane. So therefore, positive y plane means 10 root 2 j, negative x means 10 root I. So what you can do is you can cancel first this and this. This is positive, this is negative. So you will get a plus 10j and you take out common 10 root 2. So you will get j plus j. So this is 20 root 2j because j plus j is 2j. 2 get multiplied with 10 and 10j. So this is in vector form. If you take the magnitude of it, so what is magnitude? So this is going to be, since it is in the y direction only, so therefore you treat it as first one. So therefore you can write that squaring of that 400 with 2 multiplied with 2 plus then squaring of 10, 100. So it will be magnitude of S. This is 800, this is 100, this will be root 900. So root 900 you might be knowing 30, but don't forget to write distance displacement is measured in meters. Next, question number 3. When a ball is thrown vertically upwards with velocity 20 meters per second from the top of a multi-storied building, the height of the point from where the ball is thrown is 25 meters from the ground. How high will the ball rise? The first question. Second question, how long will it be before the ball hits the ground? So let us try to understand even this question also with the help of diagram. Say this is the building. Say this is the ground. This is the ground. Now they mentioned in the question the height of the point from where the ball is thrown is 25 meters. So this is going to be 25 meters. So ball is thrown with 20 upwards from the top of the multi-storied building like this. So what happens? It definitely goes to some height. Again, it follows the same path, but for the sake of understanding, we draw the diagram like this. We draw the diagram like this and finally reaches the earth. But it follows along the same path only. So you given 20 meters per second. Now, so first let us find out to what height it goes. From the ground you can find out, from the top of the tower also you can find out. So we know that where here final velocity will become 0 after reaches, let us say this is capital H is height of the tower and small h above the height above the tower it reaches. So now we know that h is equal to v square by 2g. Okay, h is equal to u square by 2g because v is 0. So how much is u provided? 20. So 20 square is 400 divided by 2 into 10. G to be taken as 10 meters per second square. So therefore it is 20 meters. This is 20 meters from the top of the tower, but from the ground. So from the ground it is 25 plus 20. So therefore 45. From the ground it is 45 meters. Now this is the answer for first bit. Now second answer, how long will it be before the ball hits the ground? You need to find out time. So for that you follow the sign convention. So we had an equation of motion like this: v equal to u plus at, s equal to ut plus half at square, and v square minus u square equal to 2as, and finally Sn is equal to u plus a of n minus half. So in all these equations you have 4 quantities: final velocity, initial velocity, acceleration and time. So here, okay, velocity is one only, you treat it as one. Based on the circumstances we use final velocity and initial velocity, distance or displacement. So there are only 4 quantities. And now sign convention is, suppose if body is moving, so permanently you treat A is equal to gravity, because body is moving under gravity. Permanently A is to be treated as gravity, that too negative. Time is permanently positive. Now what are the other quantities? Velocity and distance. So my advice is, velocity maybe initial or maybe final, you take negative if body is coming down. Distance or height, you take a negative when body coming down. Allowed to fall free. So same, v or u you take positive if body is going up. S or h you take positive if body is going up, means thrown upwards. Thrown up. So it is very useful for getting the answer of this particular question, thrown upwards. Now, so at the time of throwing, velocity is provided upwards. So therefore u is positive. But the displacement, the particle is going to get downwards. So therefore, make use of S equal to ut plus half at square, ut plus half at square. Now displacement, body is going to have displacement negative because it is finally coming downwards, it is negative. U provided at the time of throwing, U is positive because it is thrown upwards, U positive only. But I told it is moving under gravity means it is permanently negative, A to be treated as minus G with T square. Now, so how much is final displacement? Displacement it is going to acquire 25 meters is equal to how much is U provided? 20 minus half. G is 10. When you take most of the times numerical, you take G10 with the T square. So you can cancel this as 5 times. So therefore, you will finally get, you take this side, it will be 5T square minus 20 minus 25 is equal to 0. So therefore, you can take even 5 also common. T square, this will be 4T minus 5 is equal to 0. So you can take the quadratic equation minus 4T, yeah, plus, instead of like this, you minus 5 minus 5T plus T, because you need to get minus 4 with minus 5 is equal to 0 and T square. So you take out common T here, T minus 5. Once again, you take one common, T minus 5. So T is, you will get T is equal to minus 1. Okay, before that you will get T plus 1 is equal to 0. You'll get T minus 1. And also you have T minus 5 is equal to 0. You will get T is equal to 5, which is positive because second one is positive. So therefore, time is always positive. This is only correct answer. T is equal to 5 seconds. Now, let us proceed with the next question. That is question number 4. A bullet moving with the speed of 150 meters per second strikes a tree and penetrates 3.5 centimeters before stopping. What is the magnitude of its retardation in the tree? And we need to also find out the time taken for it to stop after striking the tree. So to determine, so first you write down bullet is stopped. So bullet is stopped means final velocity 0. So they have provided initial velocity 150. Bullet covering a distance of 3.5 centimeters in the tree, that is S provided. Then retardation asking us to find out. So U is equal to 150 meters per second. So distance is given in centimeters. You convert it into meters, 3.5 into 10 to the power of minus 2, because 1 meter equal to 100 centimeters. So you'll get 1 centimeter equal to 1 by 100 meters. So you'll get finally minus 2 meters is equal to 1 centimeter. So therefore, this is in meters. Now what they are asking us to find out is retardation. So you'll get answer with negative. Okay. Make use of V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. So 0, 150 into 150 is equal to, so this is the question to find out. Distance mentioned as 3.5 into 10 to the power of minus 2. So therefore, minus 150 into 150 divided by 2 into 3.5, 7 into the power of minus 2 is equal to A. So you'll get it as, okay, roughly you take it as 7 twos. How much is left? 1 left. 7 ones are 7 twos are 14. 1 left. 7 ones are 3 left. So 3 left means roughly you can take 4, 21.4. So therefore, you just multiply 21.4 with first you multiplied with 15, 60, 21, This is 15. 15 2s are 30. It is 32. So there is 0 also. You don't need to put the point. Fine. Otherwise, you can cancel this point end. So 214 with 15. So this is not required then. So 3 directly with the 214 with 15. Yeah. So you will get 3210, but there is -2 here. If you take this upwards, this is negative value is equal to acceleration, but don't forget, even you can write this as 323.21 into 10 to the power of plus 5. So is acceleration. Now, so there is another question also to find out how much time it takes before it stops. So make use of acceleration is equal to v minus u by t. So they said that bullet is stopped after traveling a distance of 3.5. So final velocity is 0. And you got the acceleration before in the previous step. So this is 0 minus u is how much given? 150. T you are looking for. So therefore T is equal to minus 150 divided by how much is a 3.21 into 10 to the power of 5. So therefore, so roughly this is close to. So if you get 46.72 minus cancel into 10 to the power of minus 5 you will get. So otherwise you can, this is in seconds, otherwise you can make it as 4.6 into 10 to the power of minus 4 seconds. Next, so let us move to the next question. A man walking on a straight road from his home to a market 2.5 kilometers away with a speed of 5 km per hour. Finding market close, he instantly turns and walks back home with a speed of 7.5 km per hour. What is the magnitude of average velocity? And second bit is average speed of the man over the time interval 0 to 50 minutes. So this is the total time in which he completed the journey. So therefore, this is the home. So here is the market. So these two are at the gap of 2.5 kilometers. So while going to market, she is walking with a speed of 5 kmph. While coming back, same 2.5 is covered, but 7.5 km per hour. Now remember, the question is average velocity. Once you get back velocity, average velocity. So what is average velocity? Total displacement by total time. Total time. So total time is there 0 to 50 minutes, but what is the total displacement when body comes back to the same point? So displacement is the shortest path between initial and final position. So since she is coming back to home, it will be 0. So therefore 0 by 50 minutes. So velocity will be 0. Average velocity will be 0. Now coming to the average speed. So what is the average speed? Means it is total distance. Total distance means in the upward journey, downward journey. So it is total time. So what is the total distance to be covered? So 2.5 kilometers in the upward journey, 2.5 kilometers in the downward journey, because distance is the actual path between initial and final positions. Now what is the total time? So you can follow the two methods, making use of 7.5 also, 5 and 7.5 you can find out directly. You can change this 50 minutes into hours also. So instead of using 7.5 and 5 kmph, both the ways you can follow. So I'll show. So total time is T1 upward journey, T2 downward journey. So what you can write is 2.5 plus 2.5 divided by T1, you write it as S1 by V1. T2 you write it as S2 by V2. So it is 2.5, 5 kilometers. Divided by S1 is once again 2.5. V1 in the upward journey, she is walking with the 5 kmph. This is 2.5 in the downward journey. So, but she is walking with 7.5. So therefore, this is 1 by 2. This is 1 by 3. This is 5 divided by 1 by 2. This is divided by 1 by 3. So LCM will be 6 here. 3, 2, 3 is a 3 into 1 plus 3, 2 is a 2 into 1. So 2. So it will be, this 5 and 5 get cancelled. It will be answer 6 kmph. So in another way, you can directly show that total distance by total time. What is the total distance covered? 5 kilometers. What is the total time? 50 minutes. So 50 minutes means convert 50 minutes into hours, because 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So 1 minute is equal to 1 hour by 60. So just 50 minutes means 1 hour by 60. So therefore, the 0, 0 cancelled and 5, 5 cancelled. So you'll get a 6 kmph. Even you can show directly like this also. So in my next video, I'll proceed with the numericals in work energy and power. Thank you very much for watching my video. But don't forget to share and subscribe with your friends and relatives.